Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the team. Hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the best brokers for swing trading, the one, the only MOOMOO. We did a full tutorial on it about last week. Now we're going to be talking about how I set up my charts, my indicators for swing trading. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to sign up with MOOMOO, I'll put a link down below so you guys can check them out. Also guys, we just released a brand new swing trading course where we talk about how I find stocks, my strategies, my mindsets. It's pretty much a one-stop shop for all of your swing trading needs. I'll put it down below. We do have a couple more days where you guys can use code THANKFUL to get 30% off. So make sure you guys check that out because literally it's only valid for about 2 more days. So at least check it out. And let's dive into this. All right, so starting off with MOOMOO, once you guys get it up and loaded and updated and all that good stuff, the first thing that I always go to is the watch list. Now, with swing trading, honestly, at least for me, I love to just evaluate one stock at a time. I know a lot of people love to have, several different stock charts up and they love to look at different monitors and stuff like that. For me, I get overwhelmed by that. I honestly find it more confusing than beneficial. So for me, I honestly will just look at one chart. I think it's a lot easier to look at a bigger chart and fully understand it than look at several charts and get confused or overwhelmed, because I think we all know with swing trading or even trading in general, one of the most important factors is emotions. So if I'm not fully confident or I don't understand what's going on just because I'm overwhelmed, I just think that's a recipe for disaster. I've done it in the past and I just don't like it. So for me, I always start off with one chart. I think it's a lot easier to go ahead and get a general idea of the stock. So once we have this up and loaded, there's some things that I always change. The first thing that I change is I don't like the hollowed out. I don't like the hollowed out candlesticks. I love them filled in. So what you do is you go to this chart management and you go to chart type and you go to filled candlestick. You guys will see once we confirm that, in my opinion, it just looks cleaner. I love to keep things organized and cleaned. I don't like to be overwhelmed. Now, the next thing that I do is I add indicators. Now, indicators are just a way where you can get a general idea of where the stock can go in the future by looking at previous history. So some of the most important indicators, in my opinion, is going to be the RSI line, also known as the relative strength index. It pretty much determines if a stock is overbought or oversold, and it can give you a general gauge of if you should buy or sell it. Now, we'll talk about that here in a sec. Now, another indicator that I absolutely love are moving average lines. Now, moving average lines are beautiful. I think every trader, whether you're a day trader, swing trader, or even a long-term investor, should have moving average lines. Moving average lines are an easy way to get a general direction of where the stock is going. And in most cases, moving average lines act as support and resistance. So we get a lot of tendencies of getting buying pressure or selling pressure at those lines, which as a trader, that's awesome. Now, when you add the RSI line, and now you have 2 indicators to get a general idea, you're about to hit a home run. Now, how you go ahead and integrate this with MOOMOO. Now, you can do it a couple of ways. The first way you guys can do is actually right on this bottom line here. The bottom lines, this is where you guys can add different studies. So you guys can see the RSI. If you click that, it adds it. Another way that you guys can add it is going back up to this gear icon, the chart management, and going manage indicators. Now, this is the way that I would prefer to do it. And the reason why that is because you can customize it, and you'll see what I mean by that. So we'll just go to the EMA, and you guys will see that I love the 90 and the 200 moving average line. In my opinion, these are probably the most important indicators when it comes with trading. Like I said, you can get a general idea of where the stock is going by using, these lines as well as support and resistance. Now, what you do to find that RSI is you just scroll down here and you look for RSI. Now, the cool thing about all of these is obviously you guys can customize them. You guys can add whatever you guys want. You guys can literally add it in. So I would highly recommend having studies. Now, for me, this is it. I don't like to overcomplicate my trading. I don't like to overcomplicate pretty much anything. And the reason why is because I get confused. I get overwhelmed. So let's talk about why I use these indicators here. And looking at the chart behind us, this is Tesla. Tesla, I think we all know Tesla. They're the GOAT of the electric auto space. But looking at the chart, you guys will see, right? Looking at it here, it hits this red line, which is that 200 moving average line. And what do you notice? It hits it, and we just get natural tendencies of getting selling pressure, right? It hits it, and we just see that selling pressure. So as a trader, this could be a very, very important indicator if you're shorting the stock, if you're possibly looking for an opportunity to buy it. Okay, maybe I'll wait for it to sell off a little bit. Now, obviously, it's not 100% certain, so that's why risk management is always important with trading. But as we continue to go, what we also see with basic support and resistance is old resistance acting as new support. So you guys will see that now, instead of getting selling pressure at that line, what do we get? We get buying pressure. So now you guys will see it's starting to use it a little bit as some more buying pressure. We did get a little breakdown. Obviously, this, in my opinion, was just because of an earnings report. That's why we got some sell-off, but it soon rebounded. Now, looking at those indicators, you guys will start understanding as we zoom out. You guys will start seeing it a lot clearer that why these moving average lines are very, very important. Another really, really strong one on a swing trade that I recently did was on Google. Google, in my opinion, had probably the most perfect swing trade you could see. As we zoom in, what do you guys notice, right? It hits that 200 moving average line as support. Boom, hits it, and we get tendencies of getting buying pressure. And that's exactly what happened. Look at it, it hits it in the past several times, right? Once, twice, 3 times. In that old resistance, now acting as new support, you guys will see it hit it. And I sold my shares at about $138. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Let's pull up one more just for fun and let it ride. And I'll show you guys some stuff. This one here was on SoFi. SoFi is another fantastic company that I honestly really, really love, and I've swing traded it in the past a whole bunch. Now, looking at it, you guys will see a tendency of getting buying pressure near and around $6 and about 70 cents. So for me, I hopped in near and around $6.50, setting my stops, below $6.25, risking about 25 cents to possibly have the stock. Right now, I sold my shares today actually at about $3 or $7 and about 30 cents. So risking about 25 cents to make pretty much over about $1, near and around $1. Now you might be saying, Carter, how did you know? How did you know this? Well, looking at these moving average lines, right? It hit these 200. Boom, we got buying pressure. It sold off down, and we just had that basic support right there, as well as resistance now at that 200-day moving average line. It really broke down. You guys can see it broke down through that 200-day moving average line and really started to use that 90 as resistance. That's why I love having both of them. If we delete the 200, you guys will see it a lot clearer. Let's just do this. Boom. So now look at here. Now looking at this 90-day moving average line, old support, now acting as new resistance. So sold my shares a little early. Obviously, we still might get a some more buying pressure up to $7.70 or 62 cents. But one thing is, I've never lost money taking profit. As a trader, profit is key. And yes, I could adjust my stop loss. I could adjust all my stuff, but it's near and around that resistance, and I'd rather just take my profit and move on to the next trade. Obviously, this stock could continue to squeeze up, but I always could hop back in on a trade if I see an opportunity. But this is how I set up my MOOMOO swing trading account and how I have my charts. A lot of people have been asking me, and this is pretty much how I do it. We broke down some stocks for you guys, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you guys want to sign up with MOOMOO, I'll put a link down below so you guys can check them out. But guys, if you guys want a full tutorial about how to use everything about this amazing broker, I'll put that down below so you guys can check it out. But we'll see you guys later. Take care.